Sorry about that, chat. I just had to fix up the audio. So that way it actually capture. Oh, we got it working. So yeah, basically what was happening is just trying to capture 7.1 audio and 5.1 audio, which not all streaming services will allow 7.1 audio, so I have it down to stereo audio on OBS. So it's only picking up stereo audio on there, so I had to go into ps3 settings and change it over to stereo only for audio output, so that way this works completely. Anyways, let's get to the game.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jack, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jack? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble! Ow! Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the 3 sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer! You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns. You can't come back through the warp gate until you find all 4 power cells on this island.
This device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest. These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange. The most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grav zoomer. Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all. power cells.
That's Blue Eco, which contains the energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them. Notice how each Blue Eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power. This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling Blue Eco through your body.
Concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of Blue Eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
Good work! The Blue Eco caused the door to open. With Blue Eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years. Those little green balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos or one big green one to increase your health. You can jump once, then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges. Good training, boys. But that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
Ah, you don't know what you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
Hey! It looks like scout flies are always in red boxes.
Don't tell me that you two have problems as well. The first I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
Maybe we should go root out the fisherman. I heard he was in the jungle fishing by the lower river. Did you see the size of the bite that lurker shark took out of the fisherman's boat? We best stay way clear of them. I don't think we can tackle a creature that dag nasty.
Little furry dude! Ah, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that misty island. I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute! We are not going back to Misty Island! Are we? Hey! That pelican just snagged a power cell! Let's go kick some big bird butt! All right! Trigger! All right! More orbs! We scrounged enough orbs to trade for a power cell. Let's get back and make the switch already.
two have finally decided to unblock my collectors. I would offer my congratulations, but you have so much to do, I won't waste your time. By the way, if things don't work out, Daxter could always get a job controlling the village rat problem.
Good job. Now meet me down here by the egg. Oh, my. I hope the poor dear's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
Oh, no! No, 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 no!
Look, isn't that cute? It thinks you're its mama.
Ah! I'm not your mom! You see any feathers here?
Oh, love at first sight. Oh. Listen, boys. I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and work with the sage to take care of her.
Ahooga! Ahooga! Dive for those orbs, Jack! Dive! Quick! We have to get to the power cell before the pelican scoops it up again!
Yeah, Bessie. Gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get them back into the corral? Gotta bring in the cops for the drill right now.
That lazy farmer owes us a power cell. Let's go talk to him.
Yeah, busy. Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
This must be a precursor oracle like the sage always goes on about. I hope they weren't as ugly in person.
Who awakens the oracle? Wait, one of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
We should ask the fisherman down by the Jungle River if we can borrow his speedboat to zoom on over to Misty Island.
What do you have in the basket?
Nothing to talk about. Them monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite out of me fishing rig. And now they're gobbling up me catch. No matter what I try, I can't seem to catch a single fish in this river.
Woo! Maybe it's your breath.
You think you can do better? Try scooping up river fish with a tiny net. I'll give you a power cell if you can catch 200 pounds of them critters. And then I'll let you and Shrimp here use my speedboat to get to Misty Island. You want to try the challenge? There are two types of good fish to catch. 1 pound fishies and 5 pound fishies. Eh? If you miss 20 pounds of good fish, then I'm gonna take me net back from you. There are poisonous eels in this river. Catch even a one of them boogers, and you'll poison the whole darn catch. Here comes a big one. Steady, boy. Here comes a big one. Hold steady! Almost there. Here comes a big one. Hold steady! Almost there. You did it! You caught 200 pounds of fish! Not bad for a couple of landlubbers. Here's the power cell I promised. And you can use my boat at the village dock whenever you like.
doohickeys scattered all over the jungle must redirect the eco beam. Let's go fiddle with them. Line up the beam by pointing it at the next tower. Hey, we can follow the beam to find the next tower. So we got a precursor launcher here, but you aren't powered up with the blue stuff. So it ain't gonna help us!
all over the world. I knew there was a way to turn them on. There must be places to turn on the other eco vents as well.
Stretcher? Yuck. Breath mint? I'll say something really teary at the funeral. Like, how am I gonna get change back now?
Let's go to the next tower and reconnect the beam there.
Say goodnight, Jack.
Trust me, those dark eco boxes are bad news! We should go tell that windbag of a mayor that he owes us big time for connecting the village energy beam. Wow! Check out that funky sculpture sitting on the rocks over there.
is yours. You have proven yourself worthy. Here is a power cell.
Got
Good. You've collected enough power cells to fuel my heat shield. Meet me by the entrance to the fire canyon by climbing the cliff behind the farmer's house. Bring the power cells, and hurry! My father says he's seen more lurkers around.
Hey, let's go check out old Fish Breath's speedboat at the dock.
Oh, what a wonderful sight! I thank you. And the entire village will thank me. Boys, you have restored power to the village and guaranteed my re-election. And for that, my boy, you earned a power cell. So, you want to make a contribution? Good. A sizable one, I hope. Yes. Oh, it is a sizable contribution. I just hope this power cell adequately represents my gratitude.
Hurry up with those power cells. I'm waiting at the head of Fire Canyon, at the top of the cliff behind the farmer's house.
Get some! Get some! me the creeps. And trust me, it's a whole new experience when you're covered in fuzz. See the sculptor's muse!
Ouch!
Don't fall into the mist below us! Because I don't think we'll make it back. We need Blue Eco to charge this platform up!
Hey Dorian, how's it looking? No longer Navy cables anymore. Straight HDMI. Audio delay. I have deleted firmware. Unless they update it again, since like when I got the capture card, which was I know it was like after Thanksgiving is when I got it, because I bought it Black Friday. And then when I first got it, the moment I hooked it up to the 360 and tested a little bit, then I updated the firmware on the capture card. And then I also was testing on HDCP and stuff like that, like PS4. So, unless they did another update since then. There's no audio played there unless Stream's doing it. Because when I jump, it does like a long delay like that. Because when I normally have punches, it's instant. Tropes and crates, interesting. Because I haven't noticed much lag at all, like, with this entire thing. Unless Stream is doing something like that, but I don't think I've dropped any frames. No, I haven't. So... yeah, this is fine.
Red Eco makes your attack stronger.
I'll have to watch it later, like, and see if it's actually doing that, because I haven't noticed the lag. Like, you try to play the PS2 version, it'll act the same, just like this, Dorian. Like, I push down, it'll immediately go down. Up. New firmware to address. When did they do that? Like, when was it come out, Dorian? This firmware update. You got any idea when that firmware update came out? Because it should say, like, in the notes.
Watch your back! We remember what happened the last time we were here. It's an ambush, Jack! It's an ambush!
$10.27, so then yeah, I would already have it.
Well, better you than me.
0.9E, let's see what I have. because I can check because I still have it in my downloads area. Let's see here when I have it. Yeah, it's 0.90. Let's see if that firmware number exactly writes up to it. Let's see here, version, where is that at? 466. Yeah. 0501, yep. 09E. Yeah, it's 09E, Dorian. I got that on 12.1 according to my downloads, it says. So that's the exact same match. Maybe it's like the audio version I'm using on here because I swapped it out because Kingdom Hearts didn't like the direct audio. I swapped it out to Wave Out. I can go back to direct sound, but I don't know how well it actually liked the audio in here. That's direct audio. That's what I used to use.
Hey, Jack! Can I, have your insect collection?
Like, you hear that little bugginess in the audio? That's freaking direct sound. It's like making it buggy. That's why I fixed it with Kingdom Hearts when I was playing that game. Like, you can hear that little snappy sound in the back. And you don't like that. Like the little crackle sound if you have like a bad hookup. But I don't have a bad hookup. It's just the way direct sound works. Wave audio doesn't have that problem. But I still don't really much know the difference. Back to like audio system.
While you're down there, could you rub my feet?
Ever so slightly. What's your tip, Dorian? Is it have separate audio? And then deactivate and reactivate? Wasn't that what Vi did at one point with his, like, because his stuff was going weird on stream? I can go back to their other audio or wave sound, and then where's the deactivate button, and then reactivate. There. I don't even have to right click on an OBS story, and like all I have to do is click on the capture card in there and then just click it a couple times. Like it'll say like deactivate right at the top when I click on the capture card. But I swapped it back to wave audio and then I deactivated and reactivated the capture card. Waving audio? No, it's I'll show you what it is. And let's see, properties in. It's called. If you go into audio output mode, there's capture out audio only, output desktop audio, and wave out output desktop audio. That's what it's called. Because direct sound causes like a crackling noise. As you noticed earlier, you probably didn't really much notice it. Like, I have no clue why it does that. Like, PS4 exclusively, it does that. PS3, it does it somewhat. I noticed that earlier when I was showing you it. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, it's just called, like, output desktop audio, and then wave out in, like, quotes. And then there's direct sound. That's the only other option. Now there is capture audio only, but all that does, it just captures your desktop audio. It doesn't capture the actual like capture card itself audio. So there's only like two options actually that you can get audio from it. Where is it? Properties. And full screen.
Say goodnight, Jack.
That's why when I first got the capture card, Dorian, I was asking you about direct sound versus wave out in the Discord, and you were like, I don't know, just test. And so that's what I had to do. Yeah, I'm using USB 3.0. I'm actually using the header on my motherboard rather than the one in my case. So that way it's actually straight to the motherboard, and then it goes straight to, of course, whatever it would be. Because I can also check it out also if it was not USB 3.0. It would have a purple light on the capture card, where right now it has like a, I think it's a blue light. Let me check. Yeah, it's a blue light. Yeah. If it's USB 2.0 and it detects it as 2.0, they'll say like a purple light. It'll be on the capture card itself. The only time it's blue is when OBS isn't doing anything, like it's not on, or if it's taking in a signal when you have OBS on. Now, if it's not taking a signal at all, it'd be red. It'd be like a little red dot on the box itself. think I might just have to spin it.
Step into the light!
Once I get the upgrade. Oh, you can't smash that? Oh.
This place gives me the willies. Let's keep you out of the use, okay?
Matter of fact, doesn't Jake have a alert like that, Dorian? Doesn't Jake have an alert like that? You can check up with the synchronization of that if you want. Like, of that, like, little, like, where he grabs the item. You can check the sync on that. Like, to see if it's the exact frame by frame. Because I believe it's just frame by frame. Like, I haven't had any, like, noticeable, like, differences. Versus, like, when I played on my actual television. Oh, wait, I know what it is. I think so. It might be my monitor. Now that I think about it. No, wait, it wouldn't even care about my monitor now that I think about it. Because it's just within OBS. It's capturing and then streaming to you guys. Huh. Because the thing is with my monitor, because ever since like Windows 11 or like the latest update Windows 10, before Windows 11 even came out, for some weird reason with my resolution, if I go up to 60 FPS, once I go above 720p, it kicks it up to 1080p immediately, which messes with my monitor completely. I don't know why, it just screws it with it real badly. So I kick it down to 59 FPS, like at my resolution for my screen. So that might be what you're noticing. I have no clue. Like, I don't think OBS would notice that though. Like, that's the only idea I have for you, Dorian, that it could possibly be. If it is off at all, whatsoever. Which would explain why I never noticed it, because probably, like, when it displayed on the screen before, it never looked any different to me because it always did that sort of frame rate. Maybe that's why? I have no clue. But I've also played the PS2 version as well, like in the like a CRT version, like a CRT screen. So I have no clue. I think so, because I changed it all back to stereo audio because I don't know, and I was going to ask you about this, Dorian. I don't know if Twitch supports 7.1 audio. So, because like OBS, like when I bring it up to 7.1 audio, it says some streaming services don't, well, like, capture it or something like that. So I bring it down to stereo audio in OBS. And then when I boot up this game, because the audio wasn't coming in right, I also had to take all the other audios, like 5.1 and 7.1, drop it back into the standard stereo audio. And there's like 2 settings for that. Yeah, it's 48, I believe. I can check what my audio is. Where is my output? It's 48 kilohertz, yeah, sample rate. And it's a channel stereo. And that's what my desktop audio is as well, because that's why you just set everything to is like whatever my desktop can get. Basically, it's the highest signal that's like I'm used to, which is 48. Unless it changed somewhere along the way, I don't think it did. Where would my audio be? No, microphone. Sound settings. Where is that at? Is it more sound settings? Yeah. Properties, levels. Yeah, it's 4800. I can even push it up to like 1000. What was it? 19,000 or some shit? I don't know. I have no clue how high that was. 192,000? Yeah, 192,000 on 32-bit. That's like a lot. Oh, I see what you're talking about here, Dorian. I never noticed this until now. So, my audio through my speakers in my headset, apparently right now it's a 2-channel 24-bit 4800. Or I can push it up to 2-channel 32-bit 4800. And that's why I should probably have it at. Correct, Dorian? I'll have to fix that next time I go to stream. I never noticed that. Yeah, because if I were to do it now, I think it'd reset the device. And then it would reset all audio with an OBS, so I wouldn't want to do that right now. I'd have to do it next stream, whenever. Which is probably when I get to... What is it? The Blue Sage? When I'll end it. I'll have to fix it next time. Good thing we freaking noticed that, Dorian. Because I didn't know that my audio wasn't in 32-bit. I thought it was. Because all audio is like going through the driver on the motherboard, and like it's picking up through there, and then from there my headset is picking up the audio. So basically it's like the same thing that you guys are hearing what I'm hearing. Sort of. Because it goes through the motherboard itself, I think it's Realtek or whatever, and then it goes into the hub, the USB hub 3.0, I believe it is, that's on the motherboard, and then that goes up to the hub that's like on the front of the case, and that's where I have my headset hooked up, which I have it hooked up through an extension cable and then another one, and then it goes straight into my headset. The reason why I have 2 extension cables is, if you ever heard about stripping like a signal before, I have it to where, like, because my headset's like, if I wanted to replace my cable, all I have to do is replace my 10-foot long cable, and then I could just hook it right up into that, rather than have to completely unplug it from the computer and then possibly strip what's on the case hub. And then eventually it's like, oh no, I'm gonna have to get a new case or rip out the whole hub somehow and maybe like fix it and replace it. I have a small one that's maybe about 2 foot of an extension cord that goes from there, and then a 10-foot which goes up to my headset. Which my headset I can actually unhook anytime I want and rehook up inside of the headset itself, rather than most of the time if you want to unhook your headset you actually have to manually unplug it from the computer. This I can just like pull out, like literally just reach around my headset and pull out and then go wherever, and the audio is still going in my computer, no problem. Like, if the 3-foot one just goes bad, I can always replace that, and then it's just like one time of being pulled out and like reinserted into the hub that's like on the front, and it's not being stripped as much. Or the thread inside there.
Stretcher? Yuck.
That's why I told Turkey, like, hey, you gotta get these cables. They're cable creation because they're high quality and everything. Like, I use them a lot, and they've got great audio just to be able to handle, through all the audio stuff. And I even have information in my cable that I use for my monitor. I don't have it for the one that goes from my ps3 into the splitter or anything like that. But I do have it for the one that goes in between my monitor and the computer. You gotta check these cables out. I know all your audio keeps going out on the screen. Like, you could do a whole, like, different hookup for it. Where you just unhook it, or else, like, you can get a extension cable where you can just unplug it and then replace it whenever you need to. They're high quality as well. Do you remember every once in a while Turkey's like headset would go out? And then, I don't know if he actually finally replaced it, but I remember telling him about them, and he said he was going to look into it. I think he did eventually get new cable for it. I think he got a hook as well. Yeah. Could have swore he said he got a new setup as well
I'll say something really really teary at the funeral. Like, how am I gonna get change back now?
Yeah, Dorian, like, all my mic audio, that's in the USB in the back of the motherboard. My camera is also back there. You know, I don't have it on right now. The capture card is also back there. Like, those three devices, because they're high priority, I have them back there. Where my keyboard and mouse I have up in front. So that way, in case those have problems, I can easily disconnect them or whatever. My USB ports layout. What do you mean? It's not really trashy, surprisingly. It's not like cables going everywhere because, like, I just string them down and then hide them underneath the case itself, sort of. The only one that's really hanging around is the one that goes to my headset and the one I use for my PS4 cable. That I can also use as a dev cable for the Nintendo 64. Because the EverDrive 64 X7, the port on there, you can actually use the Mini, which is also the same one you use on the PS4 controller. My USB ports on the back, they're just like hidden underneath the case. The program via Discord message, USB view. I'll have to look at it. I mean, my computer's like 2 years old now, so it can't be that bad. I'll take a look at it later. What the hell does it do? Like, does it do like a diagram? None of them should be overloaded. Yeah. Like, the only one that I can think about that shorts out sometimes is the third one. Or no, wait, I think it's the fourth one. I don't remember. It's the on the top. Because every once in a while my PS4 controller won't work. I plug into the other one, it'll work. And then when I go to plug in back into the, I think it's either the third one or fourth one, when I go back to it, it'll actually go back on and actually completely work. That's the only one that's ever had any problems. And that's the one that's on the top, the hub area. And, use the stream. Have my webcam off with a different USB controller. Why would it be in a different USB? That weird. Did you not have like enough hookups? All mine are on the dedicated thing. It's straight to the motherboard for my mic and my camera and capture card. Bandwidth issues? Oh. Huh. Did you have USB 2.0 ports and that's why you're having a problem? Is oversaturated, it can cause timing problems. I can see that somewhat. If you're overloading it, yeah. But I don't even hook up another hub up to any of the ports either. It's just straight to each individual port. Like, you'd actually have to hook up multiple hubs up to, like, one port. Like, you'd actually have to do, like, hook up a hub itself, like a completely separate one. So actually, you do, like, 4 and do 1 port. And that is where you can start getting problems. And 3 ports. So if your mic, headphones, webcam, camera, keyboard, it can saturate. Huh. only ones that are on right now, though, on that controller is just the mic and the capture card, though. Like, technically the camera is deactivated in OBS. It's not really being used. And then this controller, it is just mouse, keyboard, and then the PS4 one is not even being used. It just is sitting there hooked up. Make sure not to overload USB controllers. USB view program will give you a solid look at the USB map. Okay. Looking at it, I've never heard of a program like that before. I also have probably programs that you've never heard of before either, Dorian, so... It's a fair point. One 3.0 Stream Deck and microphone, 2.0 Bluetooth dongle, 3 mouse, keyboard, camera, and RetroTink. Why? What? 2 Bluetooth dongle. Gee, just on one controller? All of those? Damn. I'm not even sure if I would put that much onto one controller. Like, bear in mind, you're putting 5 volts through each controller, or, I mean, through each USB hub. So, you're probably gonna get, like, 25, maybe, if you're lucky. Which you might be able to get, like, 5 in total per hub, now that I think about it. And that's if you're using all, like, 5 volts at the same time. Each device has its own home USB port. That's what I thought. Is there a way you can even make more of those on the board, Dorian? Like, more of a area for, like, where you can actually have more USB ports? Like, I don't need them, but that'd be an interesting thing. Because all I have is the USB header that's, like, for the one that goes up to the front. And then the ports on the back of the motherboard, and that's the only USB ports I have. Paint a better picture. I'll take a look at it. Let's take a look. Auto Steam Deck? But I don't see any of it saying if it's being overloaded or not there, Dorian. It just says how many devices. Like, I can do that with Device Manager. Add more USBs via PCIe slot. That's what I thought. We can also get a sound card, like, on that as well, I believe. Which I don't ever plan to get a sound card externally or internal, whatever. So how would you know if it was, like, overloading, Dorian, on that? Because that just looks like... It just looks like the device menu that you could get with Windows itself. So nothing was succulated. And basically, you would want a capture card. It's down to The only way around that would be literally just making an entirely different, like, another area where it'd have USB ports. Which I would literally have to get, like, a PCI card, like you said. Use device manager, but this simple program will be as depth recommended capture button issues. Huh. Yeah, because I don't see anywhere in there where, like, in your program it says, like, there's a possible overload or anything like that, or it's not overloading, you know? That sort of thing in your program. So, I don't even know how that would, like, work as a difference. Its own does not be sharing. I think the only way I could do that though, Dorian, is literally getting a PCI bracket USB thing though. Because the reason why I put all three back there is so that way they're straight dedicated. That's why I don't have them up on the front header. I literally have them straight to the board back there. So that way they're much quicker. It's like, then that's the only other place that you can really put them on mine. Like, the reason why I have the mouse and keyboard up here is so I can easily disconnect them, and also they don't need a highly dedicated cable either. I mean, they're just basic devices. That's why I have those up front. Where the, what is it, the mic, the camera, the capture card is literally hooked up to the backboard on the 3.0 headers, or, sorry, 3.0 USB ports. Perhaps just check with the program and see what match like. I have to look at it later. Dorian, what is the use of that program if it doesn't tell you that's being overloaded? Is the thing, is what I'm saying. Like, you were saying that the program is to see what it looks like on there. How am I supposed to know if it's overloaded? Like, I thought that was the purpose of that program, to check. Like, otherwise that program would be useless, wouldn't it? All it says is like the devices are hooked up. It doesn't say possible overload in there. Like, if you can get a reference of that, that'd be nice. I don't care if it's a sample picture, even if you don't have it on your end, like, you can just look it up probably. Overloaded, but the rule of thumb, too many things taking over one controller, then trying to switch it to another. Take thumb out. Try switching it to another.
I have to admit, I'm impressed. You two didn't screw up. Now that the lurkers can't open that silo, they can't flood the world with dark eco and cause untold destruction. Wipe that ridiculous grin off your face, Daxter. The two of you have plenty to do. Get on with it.
You need to experiment. Was a clap test that was always a good way to tell if video games video game audio. Anyway, okay. What are you making for dinner? Like I never know. Like unless I usually look at Discord. I'm just like, what story are you making over there? I haven't seen it for like a month or so. And then I just hop over there. It's like, wait. Huh? There's only a few things over here. I want to see what more Dorian's making over here because I know you're always talking about making all these great meals. Veggies and good sausages for chow. Huh. Veggies and sausages. Are you still on the keto diet, Dorian? That's what it sounds like almost. But anyways, veggies and good sausages. I do like me some sausages. Oh. Ouch! Yeah, look up this guy. Oh wait, I think I could just pull him raw.
Step 1, stay alive. Step 2, think about not doing something like that again!
Or I can get down here, I guess. I remember when you first said that you were doing this diet. It's like tempting with this new diet thing. Suddenly, like, even though I heard it by like heard you even mention about it, but I've never heard it. Like, have you ever tried it before until I heard you say it? Like, whoa. Hope Dorian survives this one. Because at the time, that sort of diet sounded like highly dangerous. It's like, oh no. that food is gonna be really good. I have no clue how good you're cooking. It's like I've seen it, it looks good. I've never been able to taste it, but I remember wanting to go quick time with you. That'd be fun. I remember you guys like turkey and I think go by and all and like would go hanging out in like pancake place or something like that. Sitting at the table and I think you were wearing the Indiana Jones hat.
Around our village for weeks. Bring your zoomer back to the chance pad and I'll teleport it back.
I still can't get over the James Bond suit thing. I can't find it anywhere. I remember it like something about a lot of vagina or something like that. It was like 20 pussy galore, a lot of vagina or something like that. What you doing for your intros? I can't find it anywhere. Like, where the hell is that thing? It's hilarious. Backside the island, but I don't remember where that part of the island is. Remember if you go towards one of the mud piles. That's way back to the entrance. Around the other end. Oh no, wait. There's a crap load of them in the big area. set of cells. All the power cells? Yeah. The other one is overrun. He was not getting up.
I see you two are back to make the trade. Good, jolly good. You have the precursor orbs that we agreed on? I hope you put this hard-earned power cell to good use. Cheerio, ta-ta, bye-bye.
Whoa, I don't want to fall off. It's getting so much into like a little bit of a speedrun move game.
What are you two doing here? You have power cells to collect. Leave me alone until you have them!
I don't remember that cutscene, but okay.
Oh, my muse! You saved her! Oh, you really are the best. Here, take this power cell. I won't need it now that I have my inspiration back. Here we go.
All of them guys are rat. What do we have? Okay, we have all of them. Okay, except for Bartini. Right now.
Great! You have the 20 cells needed to power my heat shield. Now be careful. The shield will only protect your zoomer till it reaches 500 degrees, so try to keep her cool. Flying over open lava will definitely heat you up fast. Hit 500 degrees and it's over.
Over? Like burning molten metal over?
The fire canyon gets pretty hot, so keep a lookout for jumps to keep you off the hot ground. I've also released several blue cooling balloons you can use to drop the shield's temperature quickly. Oh, and when you get across, don't forget to activate the teleport gate in the Blue Sage's lab. Then we'll be able to teleport over and meet you. Good luck!
Subtitles as well. Game. Is there any subtitles? No. Absolutely none.
Hit those balloons to cool off! There's scout flies out here, too! See if we can catch air off those lurkers! Use the hop turn to steer harder!
Oh well. I always die the first time from here. Because I'm always trying to get the all items.
Right on the raised precursor stuff to keep us cool.
Oh, missed that one. Almost. Ah, crap. bad news is about to explode. Okay.
Wahoo! We made it!
Power cells, the orbs.
Whoa! I don't think I'll ever get used to that teleporter tingling sensation. Hey! It looks like the Blue Sage threw a party.
Oh my! Rock Village is on fire!
One heck of a party.
No, I mean Rock Village is being bombarded with flaming boulders. Oh, and it looks like the Blue Sage is working on a levitation machine to move them. Assuming it's operational, we're gonna need power cells to fuel it. I guess you two are going to have to find some more.
We'd better take a look at his notes. Jack, go check on the villagers. Then come back and give us an update. And take the furball with you. Well, the situation here stinks worse than a lurker's armpit. Before Blue Sage's disappearance, he journaled significant trouble in all of the surrounding areas. Of particular interest to me is the dark eco-infection of some innocent plants in the Precursor Basin. Kira will teleport your Agrav Zoomer to the nearest transpad. Ride the Zoomer to a green eco vent, and then carry the green eco to the corrupted plants. That should heal them. Don't miss a single plant, or the infected ones will slowly reinfect the healthy ones. And Daxter, start cleaning up in here. And don't forget the corners.
Don't forget the corners.
Apparently, the precursor structure just off the coast leads to an underwater lost city. The Blue Sage has been trying to figure out how he can bring one of the chambers to the surface, but he was never successful. You should check it out.
Aren't there a lot of lurker sharks in that water?
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Of course not. Just looking out for Jack here. You know what a chicken he can be.
Well, if you swim out over the coral reef, I doubt the lurker sharks will bother you. They don't like shallow water.
I think we'll leave it right there. Let's see who we can rate up. We got the turkey over there with Jedi Fallen Order, looks like. Never played it, I've heard of it, and I've seen some of the gameplay like maybe some years ago, but oh well, let's go rate them up.